welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion Season 1 Episode 7 called Ultra Matchmaker. And so far it's so good of the schedule I want to go on with finishing up getting caught up with this show. Everything seems to be going to plan because I'm doing episode 7 today, so hopefully the rest of the days of the week and the weekend goes smoothly as well. But we'll see. So this is actually the clip. It's actually in the beginning, so you're gonna see this a spot in particular where what do I want to say? So it's basically not like an important spot because the characters leave it, so the rest of the episode has nothing to do with it. Sorry to notice, people talking in the background, but just know that. So what was I trying to say? Okay, so yeah, it's just gonna end of the clip. It's not gonna be very important because the characters are just going somewhere, and the rest of the episode takes place in other places. So sorry I had to stare at that boring spot, but other than that, we start with the city, and the city looks great like always. It's nighttime, and corner nails. I guess she was getting her nails done. I don't know if it was pedicure or manicure or both, but this kind of seems like a sketchy place to get your nails done. But I guess that was the point. But I was like, okay. Okay, she's looking at her fingernails. So okay, it was manicure. Okay. And this biker guy just steals her purse. And then he has this weird mustache, and I think it looks goofy, but it's pretty fun. He's like, "Oh, thank you," and she's like, "Oh, my purse! Someone help me!" And we have Ultraviolet just goes after him because she's like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna put the brakes in his bike. Like, I'm gonna stop him." I forgot exactly what she says, but it says Speedy. Oh wait, sorry, Sheedy. Why didn't it say Speedy? I guess is that supposed to be like Shady or something? I don't know. That seemed like a little bit weird. But like it's moving really fast, kind of like a license plate from a car, and she's chasing after the guy, going 40 miles an hour. She's catching up, and she's like, "Hey, pink's not really your color." Kind of like the Kraken whip, and Black Scorpion just grabs him, and then the bike just crashes into the dumpster, and he's like, "Oh, orange seems to really fit you." So he's kind of adapting into Ultraviolet's kind of Kraken whip, which I think is really funny. They're kind of bonding. And she's like, "Oh, pink's not really your color." He's like, "Oh, orange will do you nicely." So I think that's pretty cool. And he said, "Oh, that bike really meant a lot to me. It's the first thing I stole." Okay. And she's like, "Yeah, that's very touching." And she's like, "Oh, my heroes, thank you so much." And Ultraviolet gives her the purse, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, it's our job to get rid of the scum in the city." And he's like, "Hey, the scum's a little harsh." And she's like, "Oh, wow, you're so modest." And he just looks at her, like I was like, "Oh," and you see the sparks in the air. Okay, because he's kind of has like a crush. And he's like, "Oh, it's you," and his voice sort of cracks. I'm like, "Oh, does he know her?" And he goes back to his Black Scorpion voice. He's like, "Oh, you're the owner of this purse that was just stolen." And she's like, okay. And she's looking at her engagement ring, and he just looks at it. He's like, "You're engaged," back to his regular voice. And she's like, "Oh yeah, I am actually." And then Violet, she talks with the citizens. She's more used to it, and she's like, "Oh wow, that is really great. Like, luckily the robber didn't take that big rock." You're like, "Oh man, it's huge." And then Black Scorpion just lets the criminal go because he's just so shocked, and he just vanishes into the shadows into the night, and then she's like, I guess we're letting him go today. I'll see you later. And then she's, and he's just like, he's not pacing, but he's like, and then she's like, what was that about? Like, you're acting super weird. And he's like, what? No, I'm not. He's, yeah, you were almost talking out of your super deep Black Scorpion voice. And he's like, and you let a criminal go. And she's so shocked. And she's like, hey, did you know that woman? I just want to play this right here.
Who? Lily? Never heard of her.
You just said her name.
What? No.
He's like, wait, who? Lily? So I guess her name is Lily, I guess, if you wanted to know. And she seems pretty beautiful. And he's like, we what? And he's just tripping over chairs, and he's just so embarrassed. And then he's just like, I'm not talking about this. And then he goes back to shadow travel. And I just want to play this right here.
Dang, shadow travel. You know I can find you, right?
Sorry, I hope that wasn't too loud. He's like, I know where you live. And she just goes after him. I don't want to get a bad image. Should I just do it right here? I don't want to look like a blur, even though that's what she does. I'll just leave it right here. Yeah, that seems pretty good. And she's like, I know where you live. And then we get to the intro, and I'm not sure if I've ever talked about it before, but you get the school bell. Violet's in her locker. She sees that no one's looking. She puts on her ultraviolet mask, and boom, she's ultraviolet. It's good to only be for the intro, but how cool would it be if a criminal busted into her school and she had to see if anyone was looking? She put on a mask to fight the criminal. I think that'd be pretty cool, but it could just be for the intro. And this says, oh, she's in school. They didn't have to do that, but yeah. And then we have, Black Scorpion. You have what was his name, Cruz, and he's like, being that wrestling coach. He's like throwing some dudes, and then boom, does a big fist on the ground. He turns into Black Scorpion, which is really cool. And they're both like fighting together. They're doing like a big slam, and she takes a picture because she's a teenager. He's kind of blocks it like dude, that no. And then they go into battle mode, and boom, we had the title Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion. So in case I haven't mentioned before, there you go. And if I have, well, there you go again. Oh, also, it's coming out of the blue, but it's coming back to my brain. If you're wondering what happened to the Shazam to Fury of the Gods trailer reaction review, the reaction got into copyright, so that trailer's not happening. And so I'm still gonna watch it because that trailer still looks super fun. If you want my brief review of it, looks super fun. I've seen clips of the first movie, that seems super fun, so I'm gonna watch the second movie. I'm not gonna do a big review like I did with Sonic 2, and hopefully I get to what were the movies? Doctor Strange 2, Lightyear, and Thor Love and Thunder. Those three I still need to review. Hopefully get at least one of them done before Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever, but I don't know. I was just say, yeah, so that I'm still gonna watch the movie. It should be fun, but I'm not gonna do a big review, so I might just talk about it. It's like, oh, the review was great, the movie was great. I just meant to say that when it comes out. But anyway, back to the episode. We basically have Violet with her family, and she's like, hey, did Uncle Cruz ever talk about that girl named Lily? Have you ever been in love? And the mom's like, okay, who told you about Lily? He's like, well, I just heard about her. What was she like? She was great. Cruz was really in love, but Cruz being Cruz, he kept on flaking out on her. She ended things, and then Cruz was really devastated. And I was like, oh wow. But I was like, oh man, Cruz should find love. And then Nina, the mom is like, hey, I want the same thing for my brother, but he's Cruz. He's not gonna like that. Every time I set up on a blind date, it just didn't happen. And he's like, what did the mom say? She ended things 3 years ago. So I might be mistaken. It might be 2 years or 3 years, but so that must be around the same time where he quit being a professional wrestler. Remember when he was El Bravo? So that must be the same time when Lily ended things, because he had to be Black Scorpion, so he just couldn't do it. I mean, at least she moved on because she deserves happiness, but Cruz deserves happiness too. But maybe he can fall in love with a super lady or something, or a super person. I don't know, so that he doesn't have to worry about her or them being put in danger, and so and he doesn't have to worry about them saying, "Oh, he's such a flaker" and stuff. Because so they will understand. Well, I'm pretty sure he only likes girls, but I just don't want to cross into any wrong territories. I'm just being careful. So, she's like, oh, I'm going to help him find love. He's like, okay, good luck. Just don't melt too much. I wanted to see if there was a B plot with like the mom, dad, and the brother, Tiago. Was there? I don't think there was. I don't think there was. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. So yeah, there wasn't. I just wanted to make sure. What happened next? Alright. So she's at school and she's with Maya telling like, I want to help Uncle Cruz find love, and she's like, oh wow, but hey, take a look at that guy. It's like, oh wait, who, Marcus? He's like, yeah, I think he's only looking at you. It's like, oh no, you just looking my way. You know, and I don't think he even knows I'm alive. I think he likes you. I think you like him. He's like, what? So okay, Violet might have a crush on Marcus. Okay, and they're talking about it. So I want to help Cruz find love, and they're what was it? What was it? Health class? Okay, so it was health class, and so the coach needed to teach them, and they're talking, and I didn't really like this because they're like talking, and the coach is like, "Hey, quiet." She's being a little aggressive, but she's saying be quiet, and it's the middle of class, and they're talking about let's help Uncle Cruz find love. It's very sweet, but Violet, not in class. I had the same problem with Luce, Willow, and Gus, along with Basha, because she was talking too. It's spoilers for Wing It Like Witches in season 1 of the Owl House, when they were just talking in class. No, not while you're in class unless you have free time. Okay? So why don't I do the same thing? Stop it with this trope. No. I mean, wait, actually no, they do get to come up and say do push-ups. Is that enough? I don't think that's enough. Yeah, I just don't think the push, because I don't think how many did they do? Like 5? Yeah, I don't think that was enough. So I'm still gonna take a point off because like, come on guys, no. So they're doing the push-ups and they're talking about, oh, how about was it Coach Bark or something? I forgot her name. But like, the mean coach, maybe she would be helpful. But we need again to be the gym teacher, because the previous gym teacher went on vacation, but so he's on temporary leave. Okay, so she's talking to her mom like, hey, you gotta give Cruz back here. No, you need to be a substitute coach so we can find him love, and he does owe you for your previous birthday. And he's, you want me to guilt trip my brother? He's like, come on, it's okay. And he's like, Cruz, you owe me. Remember when you didn't remember my birthday? And he's like, are you guilt tripping me? And she's like, I always remember your birthdays. And he's like, okay, fine. Like, I'll be your gym teacher. And then she's like, okay, if you only want to. And he's like, ugh, whatever. I like that sibling dynamic. It's pretty cool. The clash. Because I don't think we've seen it a lot. I think the most recent thing I got was Ida and Lilith with the Owl House. think that's the biggest sibling rivalry I have to date. Because this doesn't compare to what Eden and Lilith had. So yeah, so more sibling rivalries. I think that'd be pretty cool. So what was I talking about? Alright, so Cruz is being a gym teacher. I like how Cruz, we don't hear dialogue, but we hear Cruz kind of talking with the kids, saying, "Oh, this is how you pass the ball. This is how you do a push-up and sit-up." He's kind of helping them out, being a good gym teacher. He's not being like, "Oh, I don't want to be here." No, he's helping them out. Pretty cool. And say we need him to fall in love with Coach Park, and then Brad talks about this, with Cruz. "Hey Cruz, I'm seeing pretty cool and interesting people. What do you want?" It's like, "Well, how about Coach Park up there?" "Oh, you sending me up?" "No." It's like, "I want you to get over you're heartbroken because what was it, Lily? Lily broke up with you. Who told you that?" Mom." He's like, can you both please stop meddling with my love life?" She's like, "Okay, fine," but okay, fine. And she does it anyway. No, not good. Not good. You know something? I think there was a B plot with Tiago, Nina, and the dad. But I'm not sure if this was this episode or the next one. This was Ultra Matchmaker. What was the next one called again? Was it this one? I think it was this one. Yeah, so I guess I can go into that. So there's also meddling with my love life. We get to the house, and basically it's their anniversary with what was it? With I want to say Jose, but I'm not sure if it is the dad. So you have the dad and Nina, the mom, and it's their anniversary, and she what was it? He gets like the place wrong, of where they fell in love, and he's like a little bit upset by it, and the mom's like, "No, I'm right. No, I'm right." So Tiago's trying to help them out. Later on, we get back to it. There is a caricature of them at, what was it, Coney Island or something, and is it, "See, it was this place," and she's like, "Oh, I was wrong." And then he's like, "See, like you got it wrong." And it's like, it's kind of like the whole, I kind of, it's the quote unquote, "I remember more about a relationship than you do," and he's kind of heartbroken over it. I think I'm missing like a tiny detail that kind of makes no one look like a jerk. So I'm sorry, I'm forgetting it. Just slipping in my mind. So if you know it, great. If you don't, please watch the episode so I don't make the dad or the mom look like a jerk, because there is something else. I'm just forgetting it. And basically they're talking, and how the mom brought like Tiago to do the guitar, so the song of it was like their first dance, and he's like, "This is a very beautiful song, but this isn't the song." And then Tiago's like, "Mom, you said you knew," and she's like, "I swear I did." And then the dad starts laughing, so I guess he was messing around. Like, no, that was the song. And then she gets a little bit upset, and he starts singing the actual song, and Tiago plays the guitar, and they're both dance. Okay, I guess no harm, no foul, but it was kind of, I think maybe when I first watched it, I think it was a pretty solid B plot, but kind of when I'm remembering, it's kind of but I think it's from forgetting some aspects of it that makes it really special. So I think really, if you love the episode or love the show, go watch the episode yourself so you can actually cherish it more, because I'm just forgetting. We skipped some scenes where we are back into the school, and Violet is basically using her mask to to block some sidewalks, wet floor signs, and basically Coach Bark is kind of like, man, and she has to eat the gym because Cruz is eating the gym, and he's playing basketball, and he throws the basketball, misses, and hits Coach Bark's lunch, and it falls all over the floor, and she's already having a tough day because she has nowhere to go but here. And then he's like, oh, because I'm so sorry. Like, no, I got it. I mean, they're kind of being a little bit mean to each other, but mostly Coach Park. I was like, oh wow, excuse me. And then finally, like, oh my goodness, like what happened? And instead of backing off, she mellows more. She bought some flowers, puts it in Coach Park's locker. It says that it's from Cruz and a note. But before that happens, Cruz actually meets someone. I don't know what that is. But what was her name? Linda? I want to say Linda for now. So Linda, and she's a new guidance counselor. It's okay. And she's being very nice, and she brought tamales, but they fell on the floor, and now they're eating from the floor because the 5-second rule of the tamales, because she's like, I like to live on the edge. Okay. And you know, they're eating them, and they're getting along, and kind of talking, oh, so your new gym is like, yeah, I kind of owe my sister, and I'm kind of helping her out. Oh, okay, that's cool. And they're kind of talking, they kind of like each other. Oh, okay, the tamales on the floor are disgusting, but they're kind of getting along. And so the flowers, and she's really happy the next day, and obviously Nina's like, hey, how's my brother doing? He's looking really happy. He's like, who is it? He's it's Linda. Oh, the new guidance counselor. Oh, you make a perfect pair. And then and he's like, oh yeah, okay, but I'm a little bit nervous. Oh, don't worry, I can help you. No, don't meddle. I want to do this on my own. I don't even know what this is yet. Oh, okay, just call me if you need me. Yeah, okay. And obviously Linda comes in and says, oh, I'll leave you to my two favorite colleagues alone together. Okay. And they're kind of talking, and there's that noise again, but just ignore that. Then we get to Coach Bark, and she has the flowers, and he's like, okay, what nut job put this in my locker? So, oh, in my locker. And she picks up the card, and it's like, hey, these flowers aren't gonna make up for you spending my lunch, Cruz. And the card says from Cruz, and obviously Linda's a little heartbroken. She's like, oh, you like someone else? And you say, no, I didn't send these flowers, and everything's so messed up. And Violet's like, oh my gosh, I'm the worst matchmaker ever. I know saying things out of order, but there was also another thing where Maya kind of Violet kind of makes Maya realize that no, you like Marcus, not actually me. And because he's saying, oh, he's cute, he's handsome, he's really intelligent, he's a good friend. He's like, what are you asking about? Okay, I'll tell him how I feel. And it comes back later where she's like, oh, you're a fine matchmaker, but you don't always get it right, because I actually talked to him, and you're right about him being. We were right about him being great boyfriend material because he's actually gay. Oh, okay. And you actually got to start talking about, what was it, Halo? No, wait. It was a reference of Call of Duty, so I guess they put Call of Duty. Okay. And then Violet's like, oh, hey, you got a new friend, and that makes it even better. I want to make this right to Cruz. Hopefully it's not by meddling, but hopefully I can make him happy. Okay, that's cool. He started talking to Cruz. What did I do wrong? And he's like, okay, I like someone else. It's like, oh, you like someone else? You gotta tell me. Because if you don't tell me, then I had to figure it out on my own. And remember the last time I had to do that? It didn't work out so well. Okay, fine. It's Linda. The new guidance counselor, but she's so friendly and normal, and you're not. And he kind of looks at her like, what? It's so mean. But to her, he's isolated and stuff like that. So he eats pizza pockets. And it's like, and he's just like, it's not gonna happen, okay? And it's like, okay. But she does the responsible thing and tells Linda. It was Linda or Lisa. And it's like, hey, can I talk to you? The guy's like, oh, you never usually cut in your Violet. Oh, is anything wrong? Like a good guidance counselor. And she's like, oh no, but can I ask you a hypothetical question? Well, let's talk about it so see if I can answer it, because guidance counselors don't always have the answers. So she didn't give it a try. And she said, well, let's just say that I know this grumpy guy, and I thought he would like this grumpy lady. So I sent this grumpy lady some flowers. And Linda's catching on. And it's like, I thought the grumpy guy would be happy, but I'm meddling just messed it up, and he said that he actually likes someone who's normal and nice and genuine, and he could feel his pizza pocket heart or something. And he's like, okay, I get it. And he's like, I actually thought I was a pretty great matchmaker, but it turns out that love is more complicated. Look at Violet learning these lessons. I love it. And then Lisa's like, Linda or Lisa, I'm not sure. She's like, it seems like you are learning just fine. No one knows all the answers about love and how our heart works, how our brain works. And there will be new mysteries to explore and different emotions. And we have our core emotions, but there will be some emotions too. So we just have to be wary of them and just, make sure that we don't use it to hurt people. We care about people. It's okay, that's pretty cool. And she's like, okay. And, Linda or Lisa talks to Cruz. Is like, hey, like, I was wondering, you want to go out? And it's like, oh yeah, sure. What's like a fancy restaurant or something? And okay. And then and Violet said like, oh okay, great. I did it only by one more medal, but never gonna medal again. And that's the end of the episode, I believe. Yeah, that's the end of the episode. So okay, this episode I would give it a. Let's see. Um, 85. I gotta say 85%. It was great. It wasn't fantastic or anything, but I thought this was pretty great. Cruz, you learned a little bit more about him, and how, he used to be in love with this girl, now she's getting engaged to someone else, and now Cruz is meeting someone else. We had a little B plot. I kind of wish we knew more, remember more, because I think that was more of a genuine scene that I was playing it out to be. So that was bad on my part. So I didn't want to tackle it too much because I didn't want to do it like a disservice. Cool. Learning more about Violet and Maya and their relationships, because it seemed like Violet liked someone, it seemed like Maya liked someone, but turns out the guy was gay actually, so they're not getting with him anyway. So that was something. Tiago plays guitar. I think we already knew that, but in case you didn't know, he plays the guitar really well. Oh, actually, we did learn. He did a whole concert thing. It was in the episode. So, sorry. Oh, right. What was it? Baby Bird on a Bench or something? Yeah, that was a song in the cafe. I think that's all. Oh, and more cracking whip between Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion, them bonding. Really cool. I guess if you want to know exact speed of how fast Ultraviolet can go, more than 40 miles per hour. Because with the motorcycle, it seems like it was going a little bit past 40, so above 40 miles per hour. So if you're wondering, oh, is it like only like 30? No, it's more than 40. It's more than 40, which you probably already thought, but in case you want a number, more than 40. More than 40. So yeah, everyone, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, don't forget to share the video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for, hopefully tomorrow, classes first, so I'm gonna make sure everything goes well with that. Hopefully tomorrow will be Ultraviolet and Black Scorpion Season 1, Episode 8? Yeah, 8, and that is called, what was it? Ultra Unmasked? Unmasked, I believe. It was basically Ultraviolet unmasked something. It was around those words. I can't remember exactly, but that is probably tomorrow. We're gonna see how everything works out, but hopefully it'll be tomorrow. But I'll see you guys then for that. Okay. Bye.